In our first unit of investigation in the 25-26 school year, our primary and elementary students explored community life, what it means to be a part of a community, all the people that contribute to that, our roles and responsibilities as citizens, how we organize together. And in our secondary level, our students explored cultural identity and folklore. Who are we? Where do we come from? What does it mean to be a culture? And how do we, as people, as nations, as religions, as subcultures, all the various things that happen in life, how do we connect with one another through shared stories and ideas of folklore? And at the end of the unit, I reflect with all the teachers. I talk to them about how it went, what were the challenges, what were the strengths. And I had a teacher recently say to me, wow, like it was such a great unit because I felt like we could have done that all year. It's so deep, connects to so many things. Our students were just getting started in reality, and you can take this farther if you want. And my response was pretty clear, which is, the idea of the themes of all of the ISLA units of investigation are that they are potentially future careers or majors in university. And it's true that no matter what you learn or any of the units that you do at ISLA, it is true that you could go deep enough to make a career out of it. So for example, in our next unit, our primary and elementary students are exploring the earth. Obviously, there are so many people that have put their life into not just the layers of the earth, the resources of the earth, our place in space and time, the biosphere, everything. I mean, we could go on and on and on, but of course, we're going to spend 6 weeks on it, and our students are going to get deep investigation and find their own connection to it. And in our secondary level, we're studying the cell. I mean, not only just the functions and the various parts and the vocabulary of early biology, but also how this impacts our own lives. And obviously, there are scientists who spend their life exploring the cell and everything related to humans, animals, plants, and all that. In later units this year, we're going to do other things that are super deep, like philosophy or astronomy. We do things like working together. We do things like light. And you see those big ideas and you think like, what will we specifically learn? What will a kid specifically take from it? And I guess the point of the video is to say, each person can take something from each of those areas. They can learn skills. They can deeply investigate and make a connection to their life. And then they can come out of that unit saying, I think I know a good bit more about that. I think I have a higher interest in that. And I think there's a possibility that maybe I will explore that further in life. We don't want this shallow study for the quiz, finish, give the answers, then dump all of that out of your brain immediately because the test is over. We're really trying to get our students to love learning and profoundly and deeply investigate a topic to their interest, to their understanding. And so that's sort of the essence of how and why we choose these themes, and why I think like the units of investigation and this 6-week cycle makes so much sense when you're trying to impart a love of learning on students.